Let's talk about political climate in Zambia, and why have you decided to contest for these upcoming elections?
Well, the political climate in Zambia today has deteriorated to levels where the Zambian people are feeling that there is need for a change of government. Secondly, in Zambia today, we have a very serious leadership crisis. The president, the current president of the country, is a person I can describe as one who got into power, for lack of a better word, by misrepresentation. All the promises that he gave the Zambian people during his campaign were based on lies. Everything that is said has turned out to be a lie. He basically defrauded the Zambians into voting for him because of the many lies that he told. He promised the Zambians a better life. He promised the Zambians that he was going to reduce the inflation in the country. He was going to improve the dollar rate against the kwacha, which is our currency. He promised that he was going to reduce the prices of mealie meal. All those things he has failed to do. The load shedding he has failed to fix, and therefore business has gone down. The political climate is becoming toxic because he's also introducing a lot of laws that are stifling opposition and indeed trying to cripple journalism, your profession. The reporters are now living in fear because he wants to introduce draconian laws that are going to superimpose government will on the reporters. Now, you and I know that in America, for instance, the right to speak is in the First Amendment, free speech. It's basically uncensored because there are many other laws that deal with how you can sue a person if he defames you or if he commits slander against you. Why would you have an executive power such as government clamping the reporters and the journalists from reporting? There's also the introduction of cyber laws now to attack social media, where the youths, the women, the politicians, the opposition cannot speak freely on social media. And these are platforms which the Zambian government doesn't control. It doesn't control Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, whatever it is. But the point is, they want to control and regulate how we communicate. This is flying in the face of the constitutional provisions of Zambia. Freedom of conscience, the right to have free mind to think. Once you think, you can't say it. Freedom of expression is gone. Freedom of speech is gone. Freedom of association. When you create a blog on social media, anything you post there now gives government the right to check, see what you're posting, and if they deem it to be against government or against somebody in the sense of hate speech, they'll come for you and the entire group. You as an admin and the person to whom you posted if he's reposted. Now, regulation is not too bad. But if you're going to inflict penalties such as 5 years imprisonment, 25 years, life imprisonment for just posting something on social media, that's draconian. It's beyond even what the kings in the days of history used to do. So that, in a nutshell, is the political climate in Zambia, and it's toxic right now.
As now you are planning to be the next president of Zambia in the next year's elections, how are you going to address those issues and taking us through your manifesto?
In terms of our manifesto, as Zambia must prosper, we believe that every Zambian is entitled to decent accommodation. We believe that every Zambian must have the right to education. Every Zambian must have at least medical care. Every Zambian must at least have a job. And there must be at least enough saving for this Zambian family to live off and invest for their future. These are the fundamentals on which we have built our infrastructural approach. In Zambia Must Prosper, we believe that we must attack the infrastructure first because no country develops without infrastructure. Our second limb will be to import the ideas of what the Chinese did, what the Indians have done in feeding their 1.3, 1.4 billion people respectively. So agriculture will be our next phase in terms of attacking the economy. Third, mining, because we've always been a mining a mining country, but we have to improve the mining and also restructure the initiatives that the mines are going to bring to us and what we can offer. But also we need to amend the laws so that whatever is being done suits the Zambians and we are not at the whims and fancies of the so-called investors. Fourthly, energy. We need energy because that's what drives the economy. We need electricity. We do need different kinds of electricity, different kinds of energy so that the economy can run. Mining cannot run without electricity. Farming cannot be done without industry, cars and everything. So we need petrol, we need diesel, we need electricity. All those things put together, that is going to be the foundation